All right. What's up? What are we doing? All right, give me 1 second. I'm getting everything ready, and then I'll be ready to get this over with. I'm just joking. Let me pull up everything I need. I will open up the screen in 20 seconds, but I'm going to make everyone, by everyone, I mean the one person watching, wait. You shouldn't really do this for YouTube Shorts, but I was trying to get something organized before this. Okay. All right. How we doing? How we doing? Hopefully people could hear me. Okay. So today is going to hopefully give just some valuable insight and then hopefully help anyone that's struggling at all, okay? By the way, we might have a trade right now. I need to check the higher time frame before I take any entry. Okay, there you go. So if I zoom out right here for you guys, let me go ahead and remove that. I did take some trades yesterday. I'm up $182. I took 3 trades yesterday. One was a 1-to-1 that I had to close halfway through because it met my rare exit criteria. But what we're seeing right now, we're seeing a downward trend. We're seeing a rebalance. We're breaking off an order block. This is a clear bullish trend right now. Let me go ahead and draw this line so it's easy for people to see. Oh, nope, didn't save. It's way too bright. There you go. So we can see that we're in a clear bullish trend, breaking up. We have an order block down here. All right, and if anyone has any questions, okay, anyone has any questions at all, let me know. I'll try my best to answer them. This is primarily, as the ticker says on the top of my screen, this is M&Q. So please be aware that I might not trade your stock, your thing. So all information is personal, personal preference. It's not financial, nothing like that. So if you have a question about something for your particular thing, just recognize that I trade differently than other people might trade, than you might trade. So I'm going to answer it based off how I trade, okay? All right. Let me see if I can. Okay, so we have this. So this is an order block, and I do use these. This is a pretty clean one as well. I do use these to give confirmation. So I'm going to go ahead and write that up. Okay, and then this area right here, this was a previous higher time frame, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and mark that up as well. Let me go ahead and get that up as well. So this is my first time using this stream layout. If you guys have any questions about the layout, any concerns or anything, I think I really like how it turned out. So, I don't want text blue. I want the, yeah, there you go. All right, so I expect it to pull back into this area and then break back up, continuing upwards. We're in a bullish trend right now. However, I don't like this bearish sentiment and the fact that we failed right here. So in order to see this confirmation realistically, the highest area that I would want to see this pull back into is going to be in this area right here, okay? So it's going to be in that area right there. And the reason why this is the highest outcome is because if we're going to actually pull back up and retest and break back down here, then we're looking for a failure at around this order block. So this is the highest likelihood area where we will retest before failing. Otherwise, the one that we already retested, the target area would have been right here, okay? So both of these would have been targets initially. This is a very high time frame, so just want to let people be aware. And if we're looking at this in general, we have this high, low, high, low, high, low. We broke back down. We retested back into this structure, and now we're working our way back up. So we could potentially come back up to see that liquidity. I don't take trades on this. This does not fit my strategy. So please just be aware that if you wanted to take the risk at this trade, you could. But there's a high potential, especially because I'm a scalper, that if you're trying to take trades that I'm taking, that it's not going to necessarily work out for you. Okay. Because of the time frame, but it's good information, good knowledge. I can give you the higher time frame. If you want me to go to the 15 minutes, I can. 15-minute was showing strength. This could potentially show failure, break back down. We had a very bearish trend right here earlier on. So potentially with this move back downwards here, this should continue up at least at this point, this price to 29,814 area, which you can't see on your screen, but it should continue up to there. And the reason why is just because we have that empty space. We really don't see any areas around this place right here where it can show some weakness, where it would probably break below this current structure that's forming right here. So we have, by structure, I just mean highs and lows. Okay, so we have this previous high, low, and then high, low, high, probably going to come down to here, maybe hold right here, come up to here, and then probably break back down, coming for this liquidity is my assumption. Maybe even coming up for this area up here. I wouldn't take anything other than just a bullish trade right now. I'll trade to the upside, so that's why I was looking at that right here. Potentially a good order area right here to take a trade coming up for the liquidity. If you trade market structure primarily, this doesn't fit my personal strategy, but this might be a good entry for people who do trade that. I'm going to create a quick poll. I know my audience, I know a lot of people are new traders, but I'm just going to ask people that come in, are you a new trader? Okay. And it's just going to be a yes or no. And then if you are, then I'll try to simplify what my explanations are, because a lot of times when I explain things, it's a lot of terminology that I wouldn't have understood when I was starting out with trading. Okay. So if you want to answer that, you can. If you don't, that's okay. I don't mind either way. Pulling back down here, I want to see, so this is the higher time frame. I want to see my setup form right here. So my setup again is that inverse fair value gap. One thing that I showed yesterday that I think is very beneficial for a lot of traders is, if you don't like charting, like journaling your trades, use like Claude AI that can create a document for you, and it will be objective. But you have to just prompt it correctly. And that's what exactly I've been doing. I said this yesterday. I'll show you guys. For example, I use this, it prompts it, adds it to a document for me. Oh, you can only see it because this window. Let me see if I can fix this for you. There you go. So I use it, I prompt it. This is kind of the trades that it's been prompting me. So this is adding up to where I'm currently at right now, right? Or roughly around that. All right, there we go. Sorry, I had to check something quickly. Hopefully my sound's working fine. If my sound is not working fine, let me know. I'll try my best to fix that. Not working fine, let me know. Okay, it sounds fine on my end, so I'm just making sure, okay? But yeah, I do use this to chart my trades for me. I prompted it with my trading strategy. So it basically tells me everything in my trading strategy, also with the higher time frame trend, what I'm doing wrong, and then adds it to a document that I can look back at later. I've only been doing this for 3 days, so just be aware of that, but I've found this to save me a lot more time, so I keep it on the side while I'm currently trading. So let me go back to my other screen. All right, so we're currently right here. We're showing that weakness. We are breaking down. We didn't go as high as I thought we would. It looks like we could continue down here into this high, maybe coming down a little bit lower. I don't actually know. Did this break? Oh, it didn't break the highs. Okay. So we didn't hold this. So most likely this might actually continue down from here. I wouldn't take any of these trades. My worry with this is we're just in consolidation zone, so you really don't want to take anything here. Yeah, consolidating right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark that for people. Oh, let me get this turned on. Sorry. There we go. Oh, you're not new. We got one person, not a new trader. Okay. What do you trade, by the way? Are you a stock person, a forex person, a futures person? If you're a futures person, I've traded all of them, I'll be honest. Probably the worst one for me was stocks. I just couldn't take. I'm glad they removed, well, for people that are in that in-between area, I'm glad they removed the pattern day trading. I feel bad for everyone that gambles in the markets, because now that's actually gonna help the markets gain a lot more money. Which this is still gambling per se, but it has a way better chance. Not necessarily gambling. I'm not going to say that term, but it's controlled gambling, I guess. Controlled risk. Better way to phrase it. We'll see if this thing comes down. It looks like it's going to break up to this area that I originally was targeting. It didn't show me my setup, so I didn't enter. Which sucks. But like I said, if you trade price action, this would have not been a bad trade, targeting that liquidity down here, like I was saying, and then taking a controlled trade up to this next box up here. Potentially even higher, but that would have been my scalping. My average win and loss got destroyed because I took my trade early yesterday after it showed confirmation. I'm trying to keep that thing above a 2.0, but Top Step doesn't track it necessarily 100% correct, so it tracks it based off contracts. Let's see what this thing does. I'm not really expecting the market to move that aggressively today. Oh, we got one person for no? Okay, well, if I'm going to try to explain it in both terms, whatever I'm thinking. Right now, we're just consolidating. I'm not really looking for a trade unless it shows me a specific setup, but I'm still generally thinking that price could move up to here. Let me see what it looks like on the 5,000 for a second. We did fail. I mean, that's just potentially a straight move down right now. I mean, we failed to continue the move up. I would honestly, if I would take a limit order up here, if it decides it wants to break above it, I would honestly enter a limit order there and then just put my stop below 2 candlesticks. But it does. Oh, wait. Did I miss a trade? Sorry, I have to scroll in. I know this is going to be very bad viewing. I did miss a trade. Oops. I missed a very clear trade. This fits my strategy perfectly, too. Oh, that sucks. Let's just see if it would have worked out. Targeting the high is a 1 to 2. Oh, it would have hit. Well, that sucks. See how this reacts here. Closes this gap, I might enter the position again. Oh, you can see it now. Sorry, guys. So what I'm looking for here is we're in a weird area. Yes, I believe price is moving up. This is a strong trend upwards. We have this clear gap here. Like I said, a limit order right there would have worked. With putting your stop below 2 candlesticks, targeting a 1 to 2. So let's just say limit order, we break above the high. Targeting a 1 to 2. Maybe a little bit less, a 1 to 1.5. Would be the best. I mean, you could target a little bit higher if you want to take that risk, but I wouldn't. We'll see if it hits, but I would just target that 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2. So the reason you target just the 2 candlesticks, you want to see this trend continue up. You want to see it form an imbalance. So an imbalance, all that is price where it doesn't retest back down, okay? So what I mean specifically is we want to hold this from this wick. We don't want to see this wick close, okay? So we don't want to see price retract back to that wick. So that's why you're holding your stop a little bit below it. And then you want to see price come back to fill this gap up here. And that's why I'm saying that would be the ideal take profit, but it doesn't give you a good enough risk to reward for what I'm looking for. So you want to target a 1 to 2. for at least my strategy. But you know, that would be the target where I would move my stop to break even on this specific trade. But that would have worked out really well. Like I said, entering with a limit order right there. And the reason why is, like I had this previous area drawn. So let me get this a little bit more organized for you guys so you can see a little bit better. So we had this previous order. And if we're looking at minor market structure, so structure that's forming within the gap, like I said, it closed this gap and you should move it to break even. You might have gotten stopped here. You might have taken it at a 1.5. Either way, you would have looked at it. But we have this minor market structure, and the reason I'm saying minor is because it's still within the previous higher time frame trend, right? So we have this high, we have this low, we retested back up, and look, this was the retest. And not only that, so then we failed. And then once we take that break up, you can take an impulsive buy upwards, okay, to fill the next gap. And that's almost a certain trade right there. And all these gaps are areas where these wicks have not touched each other, okay? So that's what you're looking for, is areas where wicks do not touch each other, because that is areas where price will come back and fill, balance back out, and then make a decision from there where buyers might come into control, sellers might come in control. And you can see that we actually held here. We closed this gap fully now. I actually don't know if I don't think you would have gotten stopped out, but it should hit your 1 to 2 at this point. Should hit it at this point. Oh, it came really close. Did that hit 1 to 2? Yeah, it did. So, I mean, technically, you would be out of this trade if you put the limit order in the correct spot, but it should go up a little bit higher here. Oh, I'm not even showing it on my screen again. I don't take this trade. Doesn't fit my strategy. Yeah, we got some new traders in here. That's awesome. Please ask questions. That's the only way I can give you information that's personalized to you. We're moving down right here. Potentially a small retest. Maybe not. I wouldn't really take anything. We're just consolidating here. We have a overall bias of a bullish trend. Now, that does not mean from this area that I'm looking at. This isn't gold. So if you look at the ticker in the top left of my screen, I don't know how well it shows on the shorts. But it's MNQ, so that's NASDAQ. I can look at gold. Gold, I have a lower win rate on. I'll be completely honest. MNQ is definitely the one I feel the most comfortable with. But I used to trade gold a lot, especially when I was trading Forex. I can look at gold for you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me try to get some sort of trade in for the day. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it. There's nothing's gonna show me anything soon. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay. I do trade gold. Let me zoom out. We're in a bearish trend right now. We're showing a short retest. I'm going to go short term, long term. Let me go to the actual time frames what people trade. I'm on the 5,000 tick right now, so that's a lot different than what a lot of people trade. So I'll go to the 15-minute to give it a lot more control. All right, so we have this imbalance right here on gold, right? So this is the higher time frame trend. Now, I always like to look at that. We have a controlled move downwards, an impulsive move downwards. And then now we're forming an impulsive move upwards, okay? So we're showing strength, and all you're looking at is impulses and thinking of what buyers are going to do versus sellers, okay? So people are buying right here. People are buying to the point of where they think price is going to come back into this range. So for me, I want confirmation that we have not found yet. So I believe what price is going to do is on this 15-minute time frame, and let me show it a little bit better for you guys. On this 15-minute time frame, I believe before we break above here and retest further, we will come back down for this liquidity down here. Okay, so the reason I believe that is we have this unretested gap. So we have this high and low that formed right here, right? High and low right here. We have this wick that formed below this, creating internal structure. This is our previous high technically. Actually, I'm gonna reset that. I didn't realize the wick extended that far. Give me 1 second. Let me organize it in my head. Okay. Don't need the text. I'll explain it 1 second. I'm just organizing it for myself in my head so I can explain it in an easier way, guys. So if we're looking at price action right here, let me retract back. High, low, high, and low right here. So this is technically the previous high, previous low. So retracking back in. High. So this is within, so our liquidity isn't right here. Sorry, this could be a very closer liquidity. We actually have liquidity down here continuing the trend as well. Down here at the bottom of this low, because this is still within the same area. So I would want to see price. Price has already retested back into the actual market structure. So I do think price can potentially from here, it's either A, going to show us a short retest back down. So we're going to do something like this. Coming up to this area up here. Or we're just going to fail around this area, because if we look at this, high, low, and then we have high, low, it's forming a very easy pattern to follow. So we're either going to fail right here and then just come straight down to these two liquidities. So what would be your confirmation at this point? So confirmation, looking where we would enter that position. The confirmation would be a close lower. So looking for this liquidity in general. Okay. A retest, and then seeing how it responds within this area, okay? Or are we breaking with impulsive move upwards? Are we showing something like this? Or are we coming back down? We're starting to consolidate. We have a clear structure that we could break off of. And by clear structure, I mean something like this order block up here. And then we're breaking off of it and showing a lot of weakness downward. So this would be more of a confirmation. It's kind of a 50-50. I would lean more retesting back into this previous trend, especially since we've been showing some impulsive moves. So I would lean more towards this one. Sorry, I keep on forgetting. Lean more towards this move right here. Something like that. It might even just come up for this liquidity, retest back down, and do the same thing. I do think we're going to have some sort of retest for this liquidity and potentially even a move down here. But again, like I was saying, that confirmation that you would be looking for is some sort of break and retest. So either A, we have 3, but I'll give you the exact thing. We have this one, breaking, retest. I don't want to see this retest far down. I want to see this retest very close, coming back up. I want to see a very brief retest here. Or B, breaking back down, grabbing this liquidity right here, staying within general structure, probably breaking off of this order block right here. Okay, and then breaking back upwards. Or C, doing the same exact move right here, but then just failing before we break above this high, failing near the top of the high, and then breaking below this point would be your confirmation, coming down for that liquidity. So this one's kind of all 3. I'm still leaning towards the second option right here of what it would do. But I wouldn't take these trades. This doesn't fit my strategy unless it shows me something on the lower time frame, which would be the 1 minute. 1 minute's actually consolidating right here near the top of the structure. So potentially we'll come up and grab that liquidity right here. We failed. Let me actually see. I'm going to take an example. We have this high right here. I am leaning bearish. We formed structure right here. Structural break. Almost immediate. We've been consolidating at the structural break. Buyers have failed 3 times. I'm going to take an example. Let's say we entered something like this. And I'm not going to actually enter this trade, but just targeting a 1 to 2 on the 1 minute. I want to see if that would work out. We'll come back to that later. Because I have 2 of my 3 ideologies that we're going to have some sort of retest form right here. So that's kind of my idea. Please do not copy this. This can go either way. I don't like consolidations like this, even though we failed 3 times, because we're not breaking off of anything, right? We actually broke higher right here, so this could really do either one, but this fits my strategy for a short, so that's why I would consider taking it for a short, a temporary short, because I don't know how it's going to react at this liquidity. But I would want to see some sort of retest back down before we continue even coming up for this liquidity up here. So I'm just kind of playing the continuation of a trend. So continuation of these lower lows and lower highs that we're forming right here. But this is very impulsive up. I would be surprised if it didn't just continue up, grabbing this liquidity, grabbing this higher time of the box, and then even grabbing this. Just because of how impulsive this is. But I would like to see some sort of retest before breaking that, in my mind. It does look like it's actually holding this area. Let me see. Oh, no, I'm actually wrong. I'm going to reverse my position. Sorry. Please do not copy me, because I take trades very much on a whim. Actually reverse this. I did not realize this held. Reverse this example trade. Held this box. Maybe just make this fun. We'll see how this reacts here. Oh, I'm on the other time frame. Never mind. Nope. Take that back. Sorry, guys. I'm confused myself. Good thing I double checked that. We did show my setup. I would even go for just a 1 to 1.5 at this point. This would be a very risky trade. This would not be, but I'm doing this as a mimic trade. Probably about a 50-50 chance this thing works out. But that's my gold analysis. Again, don't trade it that much. M&Q is a lot more predictable for me. M&Q came up, pulled up to where I thought it would. We actually held. Now we're moving down. We have a clear structure down right here. Okay. I want to see how it reacts here. Okay, I'll make it so you guys can see. But yeah, thank you. If anyone has any other questions, let me know. I know I'm very sporadic on my analysis, but I have to double check things a lot. My detail orientation is not great. So please do not copy me. Please learn, but do not copy trades. You can copy the general thing, but you have to have some sort of knowledge for yourself, right? At the end of the day, you got to have some sort of knowledge for yourself before you copy anyone. Now, I would be lying to say that I don't look at other traders and then come up with an idea of like a higher time frame bias sometimes on live streams, but I would 100% lying. I wouldn't be against this though. Let's see how this reacts. Again, this is all another mimic trade. I just like testing other strategies sometimes, even if they don't fit it. I want to see how this responds to here. Technically, it fits it, but we're in such a bearish move that I couldn't take this with a good heart. We're showing weakness again. I could not take this with my heart and mind right now. All right. Another example trade, I guess. High, low, high, high. Formed a lower low right here. Probably coming back into this. This would be a clean trade area that we would have come back into. Let me see what that risk to reward would have been right here. One to 1.68. I can't justify it. Doesn't fit my area. It definitely would have been convincing. I mean, if it would have come up higher to this order block up here, I might have been more convinced, but I wouldn't take that risk here. And the reason why this is a temporary move, I don't believe this is going to hold longer term, but maybe it will. If I have areas where I believe this could move towards, I would be leaning. I'd be leaning more so for this liquidity at this point down here, where we're targeting. Yeah, it didn't even make it up there fully. Just in a bearish and a move to the downside right here. Did this show anything though? No, it didn't even show a setup. The fact I got 3 setups on London session yesterday, and then I've gotten no setups in how long has it been? 30 minutes, which I want to let you know my candlesticks, you see how quick it moves. What is it? I trade basically on a 10-second time frame, I guess, with the 500 tick. It just gives me a lot cleaner price action here. My target, by the way, I would want to see a good setup for me right now. Let me see how you guys can see. A good setup for me right now would be pulling back up to this high. Pulling back up to this high right here. Forming that inverse fair value gap, and then my target would be down here. So that would be my ideal setup right here. Forming that inverse fair value gap right there. Stop loss about the high where the inverse fair value gap forms, and then targeting this liquidity down here would be my ideal setup. But I don't think that would ever happen. It's showing too much weakness right now. The higher time frame's just in consolidation. So what I have to look at is on this 5,000 tick right here, I have to look at price, where just the recent candles of price. And so the recent candles of price is showing me this weakness. My target, though, would be for this trade is this liquidity. I'm going to be honest, it probably would even be this down here. I think both of those are going to be taken out. But the safe area would be roughly right here, targeting. This would be the safe area for whatever move this would be. Would have been such a good trade if it actually gave me an entry. That sucks. Oh, the price is cutting out. That's sick. Let me fix this. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix this so my daily P&L doesn't get cut off. One second. That should fix it. Let's see how this looks now. Hey, that looks better. All right. Still leaning towards a move downwards. I mean, honestly, confirmation would have been if we closed this gap. That would have been ideal, I would say. Closure of this gap would be very much ideal right here. But we didn't do that, so that means we're going to get a farther retest back up. We did hold below. Came back, retested that. Oh, wow. Did this pull back into a Fibonacci level? Oh, we did technically create a lower low. I'm going to take a sell. I'm going to take a stab at this. I want to take a limit sell. Once this shows, I'm going to take a
Order
3 contract
filled.
limit sell. That's 102. And I am going to target down here for 200. Just because I believe this formed kind of a higher high and lower low. So I want to see if this would work out, even though this doesn't fit the strategy necessarily. But I think it's a good trade. I will put my stop to break even once we do come down to here. Target $200, risk 100. We held. That's exactly what I want to see here. We held that move down. So we should have an impulsive move down to this point. I don't want to see a retest back above this gap, so I'm going to actually move this to break even. I want to see this continue its move down. I'd like to see an impulsive move continuation down here. I'm fine breaking even. There you go. We got the impulsive move. We failed to actually come down as low as I needed it to. So, I mean, now you got to just trail this. I'm not. I'm just going to keep it at break even. If it comes back up and stops me out, we failed the impulsive move down to my point. So we're going to get a retest back into the trend. So we'll see if it has to if it will continue its failure here, continue its aggressive move down. I hope it does. Oh, I don't think it will, though. I'm very worried about this area. I might have put my take profit at a little bit too risky of an area, but it might hit. Show some weakness. Nah, we're going to get stopped out for break even, probably. Okay. That sucks. Maybe not, but I mean, odds are we probably will. The lines that you see right here, this is where my stop loss is right here, my entry, and then my take profit. I would usually draw a graph here. I'm going to trail this. Please, come on, move down. You showed weakness. I'm not moving my area. Next, show more weakness. I can get a little bit more. I'm going to target 230. It hit my take profit. Oh, I should have not been greedy. That's dumb. That's dumb by me, guys. That's really dumb by me. That's dumb. That hit my take profit. That was pretty stupid, I'm gonna be honest. Should have just taken it at the $200. I was targeting a little bit more. Now I'm 100% getting stopped out here. For break even.
Order filled.
Yeah. That was just dumb. That was dumb. Yeah. I'll take that one. It hit my take profit. I just moved my take profit area. It hit it exactly. I don't know why I had that box there. Came back up, grabbed this liquidity right here. Let me see what the 100 showing me right here. Nothing much. We have this gap up here that we're going to fill. That was a good, man, that stinks. Should have taken it at 200, but that's fine. We're still up in profit today. I'll update these stats every single day. The overall stats. They don't automatically update kind of with the ones at the top. The ones at the top are through Top Step, so. No, not that. I need the 0.2, 0.35, 0.5. Don't need 0. Don't need that. These are my Fibonacci levels I look for. Gray, lighter gray, lightest gray. Pulled up into my Fibonacci level. This is a good risk to reward right here. I would have entered. Playing at the 0.2. Stop above the previous high that formed here. Oh, actually, we created a new high. I didn't even realize that. Still will probably fail here. I would have music on my stream. I can't right now. I have to download Spotify after my PC broke. So, oh, I need to take a picture of this trade. Give me 1 second. I do believe this is going to break down here and come to this liquidity, this next grayed out area right here. If you can see it on your screen. So I'll let that run. I need to take a picture of the trade I took. Where did I enter from? I entered from right here, I think. I think where was my entry at? Came back up higher. I think that was it. Yeah, that looks right. Actually, I need to do this. Give me 1 second. Break up the structure. So this is what I mean by journaling, guys. Just having a clear plan of action of what you want to do. Like I said, this was bullish. It's going to move up. We actually did break the high here. This was the previous high that we formed. And this was the previous low. So this did line up right here. Once we broke this low, we held this and we broke back down. This created a previous low and high. We actually broke above that, coming up high right here. We're still in a bearish trend. So this is actually an entry. If this gives me a close with this gap right here, I got to take the entry. I think this is 5 contracts.
Order filled.
I got in a little bit late, but that will work. Got in very late, but it'll work. Oh, this might come higher. This probably wasn't the best entry, but
Order filled.
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to exit partials in a second to give me a better risk to reward. Or I might just let it move. Probably let it move and just target 300. Risking 1.5 my position size, not on purpose, but we'll play it. I like this setup a lot, so that's why I'm doing it. And then I'm going to have to record both these after this. I'm fine risking it as well, since I'll be break even for the day. We are in a bullish trend right now, but I needed to actually look at the higher time frame. That probably wasn't the best, but hopefully this will fail again at this area. I don't want to see a closure above this wick right here. If it closes above that wick, I'll just exit. Okay, good. That's what I want to see. Okay, let me get out of here.
Order
We're
filled.
gonna get out of there. Save a little bit of money there. Continue the trend up. That's 2 losses. I was fine with that second trade. This was an inverse fair value gap. We still are leaning on the higher time frame to a bearish trend, but you know, it decided it wanted to continue up here instead of coming back down for this liquidity. So that's a loss and a break even. Okay, let me go ahead and record this previous one. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and record that. Copy image. Let's go to the 5,000. All right. So this is what I was talking about in terms of an imbalance right here. So liquidity imbalance. Okay, higher time frame showing bearishness. Let me not go ahead and copy this. Sorry, I need to pull up my day 3 trade. Or okay. All right, there we go. Sorry. Okay, I got trade 4 recorded, and I just need trade 5 recorded. So if anyone's wondering, this is just what I'm doing. So it adds it to my current, to the document I showed you guys earlier. Yeah. Okay. Fair. I'm not even gonna argue with what it says. It's completely right. Okay. Higher time frame showed recent consolidation. This was an impulse entry. I'll be completely honest. It was a good entry in terms of the lower time frame, but impulsive in terms of I didn't confirm with the higher time frame. Impulse entry. Let me go ahead and put this down here so it can see everything. The trade ideology here, I got it in a little bit late, so I'm going to put it somewhere around there. Targeting a 1 to 2. And I'm just going to show it the 5,000. Okay, day 3. And this is the reality of trading, guys. The fact that, I have to be quiet for a second in order to record these trades. Okay. In order to make sure I get it correctly. There you go. This is holding right here. Let me see it. Let me make sure this lines up with my actual price. Net 1,035. Okay, close to it. That's just fees and commissions. All right. Let me go back to marking my chart again. I need to reset myself in order to make sure that, how I'm analyzing this market is going well. I haven't taken those too bad of trades in a while, to be honest. So we grab liquidity here. And then we also have liquidity up here. Moving higher, we have this order block that I don't really want to trade near. Okay, order block. So it really just depends on how we react around this area. So in terms of higher time frame targets, I would be targeting down here. This would be one. That's one. And then my second one actually would be a little bit safer on the top side. So these would be the two areas I'd be looking at here. So let me see how this reacts. This is reacting currently. So then we have a trend, justification of the trend. We have this high, low, high, low, high, low. We retested high, high. So this is the previous structure I'm looking at, the hold. And we'll see how it reacts right here. Maybe I'll get a setup here. There's an order block. There's a, what's it called? An order block right there. We broke down. No setup. I'm not getting a single setup here, am I? Nope. No setup. Sick. Yeah. Might hold. I mean, if it holds around this area, this is a clear order block as well. Right here. So we could hold here. I might be interested in taking a trade here. I have a clear bias about where we might go here. I'm going to go take the risk here.
Order filled.
I think 5 is enough. Yeah, 5 is a good contract amount. Targeting 200. Fairly convincing trade. I might even target a little bit higher. I might target the liquidity up here, as I do believe it might come up to the liquidity. The safe area to target would be right here. Is this 200? No. Yeah, I'm targeting the liquidity. If we're going to get the liquidity, we're going to come up for it all the way. And that'll be 280. Oh, sorry. My risk should be right here. I'm glad I caught that. That's 115. So 115 targeting 280, about a 2.3 risk reward here. I want to see an impulsive move up. We shouldn't retest this again since we already came this low. We could come down lower, but I want to see an impulsive move coming back for this high, especially since we ignored this area down here. This does not fit my current strategy, but this is a good setup in my mind. Following the higher time frame trend, we got to be very careful right here. this order block. I might move my stop to break even, just since it's against my current trend, but we'll see how impulsive this moves. Don't like that. I don't like this one bit. I think I'm gonna get stopped out. That should have moved up a lot farther than it did. I'm gonna get stopped out here. What am I doing right now, man? Am I impulsive trade? Am I impulse trading? Potentially. Yeah, I'm getting stopped out.
Order filled.
Damn, dude. I gotta record that as well, man. And that's the annoying thing when you're trading really badly. It's just bad. That's fine. It's good risk management, which is positive. It's previous high and low. What's my target? My entry was right here. Stop loss about 100. Target up there. Not a bad trade. I don't mind that one actually that much. Yeah, but now we're bearish. We reversed. Higher time frame target, lower time frame target. Okay. Day 3. Okay, we'll see what this says about it. All right. Target level down here. Like I said, I had 2 target levels. This one down here, that one up there. Let me see the 5,000. Oh, that's so clear. All right. Let's reset because currently I am not doing great. And it just sucks that I missed the entry. Well, there wasn't even an entry. I take that back. The clear entry was, it didn't even form an entry. Okay. For my setup. Let's see how this reacts here. Oh, this is such a good entry. With the bottom of a range, though. I need to make sure I'm not impulse entering right now. Okay, let me reset. Okay, came down to where I thought it would. So where? Do 0.45 right here. Cam grabbed the liquidity right here. Still think this is going to continue down, but we have a target now. Higher time frame target right here. And then this is our lower time frame. We're still moving down. Pretty strong move down right now. Let's see. I'm actually draw a line right here. See how it reacts at this line. I think that's only for the 5,000. Continuation down, coming back down for this liquidity is what my expectation would be here.
Yeah.
Failed again. Ooh, what a move. Strong impulse right there. We failed again. Ooh, that's a good move. Showing strength. Coming back into this range right here. That's my expectation. Not a bad entry.
Order filled.
Not a bad entry at all. I'm over risking again though. I need to figure out where this might go into it. Okay, stop to break even now that we pulled in here. I don't want to take a risk of losing this one. This one can go either way. I just want to be careful. If this is truly impulsive, it's going to continue up here. I don't think it will. I think we'll get a bigger retest before we continue up.
Order
yeah.
filled.
I'm glad. I'm not counting that as entry or exit just because it's break even. But I do think this is going to come up higher. Yeah, there it is. Not a bad entry. That's not a bad entry. That fits my strategy, actually. I just should have not moved my stop to break even. I got the entry roughly around right here. Stop loss down here. And then my target, it would have worked out. I might need a mental reset. I might need to sit here for a second because I am trading very piss poor again. That's fine. All right, so we're showing that strength. Let me see what the 5,000 showed. 5,000 is breaking down, kind of consolidating around this area. We'll see what this shows. Previous high and low. I'm just not getting clear setups, and I think it's driving me crazy right now. I still believe we can end today profitable, but I've taken a lot of trades. I'm not going to record that one. It's kind of disappointing that we did come up and we hit my take profit again. That's 2 trades that should have been a win. Let's see how this reacts here. We actually hold above that. This is a bullish move now. Please, please retest. Please retest. Give me an entry. This is like my ideal entry for this sort of strategy right here. I don't think it will. Ah, that sucks. Maybe it will. If it does, that's so good. That's such a good entry. Oh, come on. Please, please show me this retest. Give me my ideal entry for this strategy. I don't actually know what 3 contracts is. Oh, man. That sucks. It didn't give me the entry. That's okay. Pretty certain area that I would target right there. Wait, what? It's showing weakness again? Did we even hit high? We did not. Oh. Oh, this might be a setup. Come on, give it to me. This might be the best possible setup I could have right here, if it gives it to me. So it came back into my discounted area. I'm going to enter with 2 contracts on this next green candle if we get confirmation. I don't necessarily like that much. High, low, high, low, high, low. We did hold right now. I don't like this that much, but yeah, I can't justify pre-entering a position here yet. When this is showing weakness, it didn't come up to where I thought it would, but that's okay. Did create a new low by grabbing the wick. No, I can't justify it. It's not a good entry. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, I'm struggling today. Coming down lower, potentially. To create a lower low. Oh, man, I am struggling today. You have, like, when you have one of those days that you're trying to enter trades at every given moment, it's a mess. It's a mess. But you're trying to hold yourself. We're bearish right now. I need to recognize that. We are moving down, so I do not want to take any trades to the top side. We are moving down. Let me see if I can get some music open. Okay, so we're moving down. That's fine. I just can't find a setup. I have not seen a clean setup today, though, to be honest, other than one. I've seen one clean setup, and I bungled it, basically. Two potential setups and one clean setup that I bungled. I bungled this one right here. Yeah. Create a lower low again. Hello? I was about to say if my thing froze. Okay, let me go to...
I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fall
There we go.
for you. I didn't want to believe my feelings for you. I didn't want to believe that I could lose you. If I told you
Okay, I gotta reset again.
but I can't help it.
Clean little,
For you and I
it's a clean little area.
Cause I'm stuck on you, and it might be pathetic, and you might
Targeting down here.
but I just want to be with you. Please tell me, boy, can you get a clue or come through? Cause I just want to be with you. I'm scared of telling you how I feel.
My overall retest, we could either do one of two. This is my one.
Just try to conceal
Looking for a setup through this area right here. But more likely is we're going to grab that high and then we're going to retest back down. We also have liquidity above that, so I would be interested to see which one it decides it does. Target down here at this line right here. Just looking to see how this might respond. I could look for even more confirmation by looking at the 100 tick. No setup yet. I mean, yeah, no setup. I couldn't enter that if I wanted to. It's not clean. Bullish engulfing. We're holding here. I mean, it's a setup technically. We're moving upwards. See how this reacts.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna take the risk. There we go. Technically, I should even target higher. This is a setup, by the way. This does fit my strategy, just counter churn trading, so I gotta be very careful. This is where the entry should have been, a little bit lower. I can get 237 comfortably. I feel like if we break above this high, that's the most comfortable area I would be looking for. Where I can guarantee that we're gonna come up to.
Order
There you
filled.
go. All right, we'll take that. It's a good trade. Oh, you didn't see any of it. I'm so good at live streaming, right? I'm so good at live streaming. All right. Well, that was a good trade. Let me give you an idea. I switched down to the 100 tick. I noticed something and I switched back. And I'm talking like this. I didn't just make 3 bad trades, but still. So we have this low, you know, high, low, kind of this structure that we were forming. We have this liquidity down here. Again, always looking for liquidity. We have the inverse fair value gap right here. The higher time frame trend that we were looking at was the 5,000, which I wholeheartedly believed that we could come up to at least this order block right here. So when we saw this retest back down, showing a weak candle, I believe that we were going to show us another strength, especially since also on the 100 tick, we had these gaps up here. So that gave me enough confirmation. So then my take profit. Oh, another entry right here, potentially. Let me see at the 500. This would have been an entry for the 500 tick right here. It sucks. All right. But, not a bad entry, I would say. Came back up. I targeted 2 things. It kind of lined up perfectly with my Fibonacci level. So entry was a little bit above, like I said. Stop loss down here. I don't know how this is a 1 to 3 when I was not getting a 1 to 3. Was I getting a 1 to 3? No, I was not getting a 1 to 3. So maybe my stop was a little bit higher. I was not getting a 1 to 3 at all. Maybe fees and commissions. I have no clue. But I'll take a picture. Give me 1 second. IFG. I've trained AI to know what that means now, which is good. Okay, that's basically my ideology. The higher time frame was not great. And then we failed. We failed where I thought we'd fail. Now we're showing weakness. Target. There you go. Let me go ahead and add that in. Somehow I'm up for the day, even though I've been trading pretty piss poor. So I'll take it. I started up on the stream already, but I'm back to where it was, which is positive. Day 3 trade. Okay, lower time frame 100 tick, plus I don't even know what I got. I have to actually go back and check to see how much I got there. I don't know how that's 237. Was I risking less than 100? I don't think I was. There's no way from where my entry criteria was, but sure. Sometimes I don't feel like it lines up. Like the price actually doesn't line up where it should. Okay. Yeah. Wait, what the? It's trying to end. Sorry guys, I'm trying to update my journal. That's what I'm doing. It's trying to update it for me. It did basically. This is where, you know, I mean, I take a lot of trades in general just because it's lower time frame. Typically, I'm around 5 to 6 trades, so that's usually fine. It just told me stop trading. You've taken too many trades for today, even though I'm in profit. It's like, no, you're done. You got to stop. All right. I just forced it to continue to update. All right. We're showing bearishness, move down, potentially continuation here. Oh, such a good setup. Came back up, retested this area, showing continuation down. I mean, honestly, not a bad target would be right here at this line where I was targeting before. You could probably even take a breakout trade and play at the candle below, but that, just, again, doesn't fit my strategy, so I'm going to avoid that. I would want to see how this reacts here. Oh, it held here. Potentially moving up. We'll see how this reacts. Kind of consolidating in this general direction, which I don't like. Okay, let me go back up to the 5,000 tick. I have to reset this a lot because I need to have a clear area. We have one right here. We have two right there. And then if I'm looking at this, I have a very clear one up here. And then I have another exit up here. So again, the reason I'm looking at these are spaces where I believe price could retest if they came up to, and price could come down to if they come down to. It's just open spaces, very likely areas where price will not hold. Okay. So if it gets me a setup either way, then I can have a bias towards those directions. And if we're looking at this, we're still technically bearish here. This is our previous high. This is our previous low. So if it shows me a bearish setup, I need to take it. Potential for a setup here. Please do not close weak. I mean, this is not even an ideal setup. I don't know if I could bring myself to enter this, even though it fits my strategy. I don't know if I could. Oh, please don't give me it. Okay. Oh, it gave me it. Oh. I don't think I can. I know I don't think I can. It's not a clear-cut entry. I don't think I could take this entry. But I'll take a example. Let's see if it would work. I don't think it will. Ah, it does. Let's see. This is an example entry, by the way. Oh, sorry. You can see now. This 100% is teasing me. I would have hated this. If this works out, I'm fine. Okay, good. I was about to say, if that worked out, I would be fine not entering it. Now, this is an entry I would be proud of. If this gives me a setup, I would not mind this at all. This is an ideal entry. Now I need to see a closure of the candlestick below this gap. I need to see the candle close below this. Could take a limit order right here. It's holding. Don't like that. I would like to see, this needs to show me immediate rejection right here, which it did not, right? It did not, so no, it's coming up higher. Okay. I don't love that. Coming up for the liquidity. Just make a decision. We're at the top of a range, so I mean, since we held this, yeah, we came up for the liquidity here, and then a blast upwards. Coming up for the second area as well, target area. Oh, now you can see. Yeah. This would have been an entry. I need to create a strategy around this. This would be an entry where we hold, we break down, we fill the whole gap, but we hold next candle entry or something like that. Or maybe we play that candle that held above the gap, playing below this candle, something like that. I need to figure out an exact strategy because I see that entry a lot and I do like it. Okay, so I need a reset. Okay. So now we're the clear entry areas. We have here. Exit right there. That's the low. This is another low target. This is another low target. And then for the highs, I really don't have anything I would really like to see this go. I mean, the only place I would really like to see this come up to is here. And then here, I guess. But it's not a clean cut area. We are showing a lot of strength, so I can't really I can't really counter turn trade that. Showing a lot of strength here. You might be able to see a setup on the 100 tick right here. Could have taken a trade right there. Little gap right here. Yeah. Showing a lot of strength now. Well, I'm going to have to update this, and these stats are not going to look happy after today. I need to get more intentional with my trading entries. Hi, we closed below the... We held the gap. Did we hold it? We closed below it. I can't actually tell. Give me 1 second. I mean, now we did, but yeah. Oh, man. Failed right here. This is a trade right here. This is a good trade entry right here. Holy crap. All right, well, this is about to be a scratch. I might have to just take the profit for today. I don't even want to see my stats. Okay, that's not bad. Profit factor is bad. Win loss is bad. It's not great. Okay, created a low right here. Coming all the way back down. Reach set time scale here. Don't want that. Showing weakness now, coming back into my range that I was looking at before. I'd be very interested in how this looks on the 100 tick. Oh, it's an entry. It's a very scuffed entry, but it is technically an entry up here. I would have entered this on the 100 tick. Very scuffed entry. But yeah, it technically works. Probably would have hit this area too. Yeah. That's fine. Just waiting to see how this thing reacts. We're showing this much weakness, then most likely we're going to see price came back up, retested right here, coming up at this wick. We're going to see this form another entry. Closing above here. Yeah, closed above, entry right here, consolidation, cancellation. What a move. Price comes back into the previous market structure. I'll be honest, I have not seen that many clear trades on the 500 tick today. I have not seen great trades today. Nothing that I would say is a plus setup. I've seen things that are around a B, to which I've kind of messed up on. Let's see, did price show us? Price did. I mean, I don't know how to get a single trade here. Is that a setup? It is. Technically, this is a setup.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna take it. I can get 200 from here. Without even risking the full position size, I could get 200 here. I know I can.
Order filled.
Yeah. I know I could get 200 there. I'm going to call it there. I think that's enough, guys. That is a great entry. Now, that is the best setup of the day, and I had to go down to the 100 tick time frame to even trade that. That's horrid. But it was a good setup. It was a good entry. What was I looking at? I had clear areas where I wanted to see this come to. I'm going to go and take a picture of this. Target areas right here. Oh, oops. I don't even know why I picked that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to copy this. Okay, let's go to the 100 tick. Okay. Give me 1 second. That will be my final trade of the day, though. Took way too many trades today. I'm going to try to narrow it down yesterday, but this was a very good entry to end it. I only risked $50 to get 200. So this was a good one. I didn't give my full position sizing just because I honestly wanted to end up at least 100 today. There's no point in risking all that. My entry was lower. I know it was. It was higher than that. It's around here. Value gap right here. Dude. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to call it for the day. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to show you guys the ending of the journal. Okay. I think this is, let me see what trade this is. Okay. Yeah, I need to end. I've traded it, over traded. How much did I get on this last trade? How much did I get? 217. Okay. I will call it there. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I will see you again tomorrow.